And action.
From TV
Come on, Nellie.
to movies to live theater, showbiz animals have always entertained us humans.
Smile. Good. All right.
Throughout this video, you'll meet all kinds of celebrity animals, like Eddie, the dog from the hit TV show Frasier. We'll also take you to Universal Studios, where you'll meet some of the biggest animal stars in the world. Plus, we'll go behind the scenes to find out what it takes to get all these animals ready for their big screen debut. And we'll take a peek under the big top for a look at some of the scariest animals in show business. You'll find all this and more as Wild About Animals presents Backstage with Celebrity Animals. Whenever we watch an animal performing, it always looks so easy, whether it's a live show or a taped program. But really, it's not so easy at all. A lot of work goes into making these animals perform. Work that begins long before the show opens or the cameras even begin to roll. It begins with the training of the trainers. These are not sights or sounds you'd ever expect to see or hear on a college campus. But then Moorpark College is not your typical school.
Kiss. Good girl.
This student is taking his midterm exam, or should I say, he and his baboon are taking it.
Climb it. Get up there. All the way up. Climb it. Rose. Climb it. Rosie, climb it. Climb it. Hold it.
Since 1974, the Exotic Animal Training and Management Program at Moorpark College has trained students in 3 main areas: zookeeping, animal training, and wildlife education. Today, there are 150 exotic animals inside what Moorpark calls America's Teaching Zoo. This gives students the unique advantage of hands-on training.
Our students have graduated from this program to go on to working animals in movie and TV work, of course. We have many of the students performing daily shows at Universal Studios as well as going on location with animals. We have graduates at theme parks like SeaWorld, where they're working with dolphins and sea lions and killer whales. We have graduates working in zoos, of course, all across the country, caring for all kinds of animals. And we have graduates working for wildlife education companies, taking animals to schools and do assembly programs with the animals and teaching people about the animals.
Touch, sit, no, back over to school.
You need to feed a bit more. You're not feeding enough. These animals, that's the only thing that's important to them. Carnivores, they don't care if they're going to get an A in training class. They just want the food, so you need to use it more in approximations. I mean, the minute she started to put her rear end down, you should feed her and say, good. She doesn't know that good is spelled G-O-O-D, and it means I've done the right thing. She's listening to how you're saying it. And if you say, Taj, stay good, stay good, it should be Taj, good, stay good, and feed her. And that needs to be just as exciting as the food. It never will be, but you have to try.
Students quickly learn there's little glamour in this program. Every morning at 6 o'clock, they start their day by cleaning the cages. And there's plenty of classwork, too. The courses range from zoo horticulture to the science of veterinary medicine.
The program is extremely, extremely demanding. You basically have to give up your entire life, devote your entire life for 2 years to this program. You have to give up friends, family, holidays, birthdays, fun time, you know, going out with your friends. You just don't really have time to do those kind of things anymore. Come on, Rose, on your mark.
The students who are interested in training animals for television and movies must learn how to control their animals. Say, for instance, there's a scene where a director needs a baboon to climb a rope on cue.
All the way up. Climb it, Rose. Climb it. Hold it.
Not only does the person need to understand how to train the animal for movie and TV work, but they also need to understand the kinds of situations they're going to run into on a movie set where they're going to have to care for an animal, sometimes for days at a time out on location.
Salute, salute, Mongo, salute.
It's really worthwhile because when we graduate from here, we'll be qualified to do just about anything with animals that we want to get into. If I want to go into the movie industry, zookeeping, whatever I want to go into, I'm basically qualified at, the basic level to go into that. And that's what makes it worth it. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy myself every day. I like to be here on the compound and be around these animals. Where else can you stand this close to a baboon or a tiger or a lion or something like that?
We visited the set of the movie Rusty, A Dog's Tale to see some more of these animal trainers in action.
Good girl. All right. That's good, Nellie.
Training an African elephant to play a harmonica is not an easy task. And neither is getting her to toss a baseball.
Woo! All right.
But when Hollywood producers call on these animals to perform, they must be ready to meet the challenge.
And roll camera.
Going behind the scenes gave us an up-close look at what it's like to work with all these animals in a movie-like setting. There, we caught up with one recent Moore Park College graduate.
We have, I don't know, a couple of dozen animals on this movie, and sometimes I'm calling an animal to me, running through a frame or a shot. Sometimes I'm releasing animals from behind the camera. Specifically on this film, I help with whatever needs to be done.
And what needs to be done is plenty, especially when working on a set like this one, where some scenes call for lots of animals, all doing different things.
Here we're running 2 ducks, a chicken, a goat, a couple dogs, and an elephant all in the same scene in very long runs, which when you get greater distance, it becomes more difficult too. So it's the multiples of animals that are the difficulty.
Rusty, A Dog's Tale, is a film that takes place on a farm and stars Hal Holbrook and Rue McClanahan. The plot centers around these two, raising their orphan grandchildren while running a shelter for abused and abandoned animals. Working alongside a barnyard full of these critters can be quite a chore, but can also be a lot of fun.
We have them talking and, saving the day and behaving as humans would. It's a lot of fun to see them win and be smarter than we are, in fact.
Action.
Tony Oliver is one of the producers of this movie, and he says that when creating a film like this, sometimes you just have to step back and let the animals work at their own pace.
Stay! No! Harley, stay! Lay down!
The biggest challenge in directing the animals is having the patience. The animals, although they're well trained, will do what they will occasionally on camera, and you have to be flexible and try to get what you can get. Often, if we just let the animals go for a little while, they'll do things much more naturally, and it'll look much cooler on film than anything we could plan.
Hurry it up! Come on, Nellie! Nellie, come here! Nellie, come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Over here! Good girl! Ooh.
I love it.
That's a good elephant.
Most of the scenes we saw being shot involved Nellie the elephant. Although this type of work may look like fun, there are endless hours of hard work and preparation needed to get these animals ready for their big scene.
We have to get up about 2 to 3 hours earlier than everybody else to come to the set. We have to clean Nellie's living quarters before we leave, so when we come back at night, that she's got a clean place to sleep at night. We have to prepare all of her food. It entails quite a bit. It's a job.
Ready? Up.
And as long as Hollywood continues to call, these trainers will continue to teach, even if it means having Nellie play a harmonica.
Good girl. Good girl.
From orangutans to elephants, many animals have made it to the big screen. But only the biggest animal superstars get to perform here at Universal Studios. Where else can you find a trained rat scurrying along the stage, being pursued by a trained cat? This feline uses all forms of ingenuity to catch her make-pretend prey. Welcome to the Animal Actors stage at Universal Studios, where such stars as Beethoven, Lassie, Babe the Pig, and Jethro, seen in the Flintstones movie, all come together.
All the animals that we have up here at the show at Universal Studios not only do the show up here, but are also available for film and TV work.
This Tarzan wannabe certainly makes the biggest entrance of the day.
Look at that baby. This show's been up here since the park opened. Well, going on 30 years.
After 30 years, you'd expect the producers to understand what their audience likes.
What do you think? Hey.
And you'd be right.
Big five, high five, low five. On your mark there, wave goodbye to all your new friends. It's a good boy. See you later, little man. Hands up, get in the showers, kid. You're all done. Well, Universal Studios is proud to present Hollywood Royalty. Here she is now. It's Lassie. Very good, lass. Go ahead and whisper 2 items into her ear, Tyler. Anything.
Here, the
hat,
animal
shirt,
trainer has
shoe.
asked young Tyler to whisper 2 items into Lassie's ear. Lassie will then go backstage and attempt to retrieve them.
Fantastic all week, folks. She's going to go back behind that curtain, get the first item that Tyler here asked for. Like I said, wow, that was pretty quick. She brought you out a hat, Tyler. Did you ask for a hat? Folks, we got the first one right. All right. Now Lassie's going to go back there, going to get that second item. Like I say, she's been doing phenomenal all week, hasn't missed. Lassie, Tyler, you asked for this? Look what you did. Good. Does this belong to you? I am sorry. Maybe you shouldn't leave that lying around. Wow.
The biggest challenge is when you're working with live animals in front of an audience, you never know exactly what the animal is going to do. So very often in the show, you have to be willing to take time with an animal to rework a behavior if the animal does it incorrectly.
Now, right now, we're going to bring out a dog. Babe, you pig, what are you doing out here? Huh? Pick it up. All right, Beethoven, buddy, I didn't expect to see you out here today. Let me give you another Scooby snack. That's a good boy, very nice. Now, you know, Beethoven and I have been together for quite a long time, raised him since he was a puppy. No matter of fact, I don't think there's anything in this world that could ever take him from my side. He's so loyal to me that... What are you doing? What? Guess I'd go too.
With primates, it usually starts off when they're very young, and you work them for many years after that. It's not food-based at all. It's based on a relationship between the trainer and the animal itself.
Smile too. Look at that baby. Show me those lips. Look at those lips. Look at them babies. Oh yeah. Show them out there. Check this out, Mick Jagger. Isn't that great? I love it when he... Oh, hey, don't be embarrassed. Tell these people what you really think about me. Go ahead. Hold your hands. I don't know what you're up to today. We are having a show, mister. You think you're funny, don't you?
I think the number one thing you have to have if you're an animal trainer is patience. You have to be willing to take the time to relate to the animal what you're looking for in the behavior so that you get what you're looking for and the animal understands what you're asking for.
Sorry, I don't know. Hey! How about a hand for Jethro?
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for all of our animal stars, our trainers, and our host, Mr. Jim Warren.
Thanks a lot, folks. Come back, see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
When working in front of a live audience like this one, or the one at Universal Studios, it's important for the animal to perform his routine flawlessly. But it's especially important when that live show is a circus, and when a mistake by an animal could mean disaster for an animal trainer like Graham Chipperfield.
Steady, go! Ladies and gentlemen,
Graham Thomas Chipperfield is considered Great Britain's premier animal trainer. In fact, for hundreds of years, the Chipperfield name has been synonymous with training wild animals.
My family
training-wise, goes back a long, long way. I'm the 9th generation. My first recorded Chipperfield to work with a performing animal was on the frozen River Thames in London in 1684, so that's 12 years ago.
Family tradition didn't mean it was automatic that young Graham would follow in his father's footsteps.
I was never forced into it, especially with the wild animals. You can't be forced into it because you have to want to do it. You have to love the animals in order to appreciate what you're doing, appreciate the animals, and spend a lot of time with the animals.
In 1993, Graham came to America to join the greatest show on earth, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Today, he trains 10 lions, 15 elephants, and a tiger named Rambo. All of them pose challenges.
The most important thing when training an animal is that the animal feels safe when you're around, and also that you love the animal. You have to love the animal because you have to spend a lot of time with an animal. You have to learn the likes and the dislikes of every individual animal, because every individual animal has different characters.
Rambo's a character, all right. This 1.5-year-old Bengal tiger can be quite frisky. Sometimes Mr. Chipperfield has to hose him down. Not that Rambo minds. Elephants are easier to train, but no less dangerous.
The elephant's very, very intelligent animals. 1 or 2 days you can teach an elephant to do something.
According to Graham, it's critical to reward the elephants when they learn a behavior. This one loves apples, so Chipperfield obliges him. Vocal encouragement is also used as a reward.
All right, good girl, Joel.
With lions, it's essential to get the animal to follow his stick and keep things simple.
When I was wanting the lion to go underneath my legs today, I made everything very, very easy for the lion. She had a large set of props to follow. She had 2 people guiding her. Also, I was guiding her from on the top as well. As soon as she got back to her pedestal, she got a voice reward, which is a very soft voice. Good girl, quite high and quite soft, and the meat straight away.
Chipperfield has grown very attached to his lions. They're almost like family to him. Hey folks, how would you like brothers and sisters like these? So the next time you go to a Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus, keep a special eye out for the animal trainer. It's a job that requires a lot of passion and, I might add, a lot of guts. Live shows featuring animals don't only happen on dry land. So grab a towel, sit back and relax as we take you deep into the water for a look at one of the most famous animals in the world, Shamu, the killer whale. There's nothing quite like getting splashed on a hot summer day by one of the biggest stars in the animal business, Shamu. And when we say big, we mean big. How about 25 feet long and 6,000 pounds big? For years, this giant mammal has been wowing them at SeaWorld. All the way from the first Shamu to the Shamu of today.
When we opened in '64, SeaWorld opened in '64, about '65, we got the original Shamu. And we had her for several years, and when she eventually did die, we carried on the name, and all our performing killer whales are basically referred to as Shamu if they're the star. The reason for that is not only to carry on the tradition and the name that we found as something special back then, but also a lot of people don't realize that all of our killer whales and all of the animals in the park get shows off and days off. So, you don't want to have a show without Shamu because the kids come to see Shamu.
Shamu and its supporting cast make it look easy when they're performing. But there's a lot of care and training that goes into preparing these animals for showtime. Part of Shamu's attraction comes from how gentle and kind it acts towards humans. But by nature, these whales are dangerous, meat-eating predators. And even the trainers are cautious when working with these powerful animals.
It's not that they naturally are friendly or very calm, but rather we do encourage them to be gentle with us. We encourage them to enjoy quiet times as much as they do their rowdy times. And they have both aspects of their personality, just like people do. But they still are animals that can very much hurt somebody. When we are near them, you know, we do have our safety concerns. And safety always comes first for both the people and the animals, and so that's what we encourage.
You've seen them in the water, on screen, and even under the big tub. Animals have also made it all the way to the stage, to the bright lights of Broadway.
Come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow, clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow, till there's none.
Annie is the story of a young orphan girl living in New York City during the Depression. Annie is her name, and she's played by Catherine Zaremba. Her co-star is a dog named Cindy Lou, known as Sandy in the show. Catherine has had a long relationship with her canine friend.
I met her on the tour of Annie Warbucks when I was 8, and then she was in New York, and we started training there before we started rehearsals. And it's just been really fun, and we've become friends over the years. And when I go back to New York, we usually try and get together, and I go to the farm in Connecticut where she lives and get to see all the Sandy dogs and all the animals.
Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
There are actually 4 Sandys. They all live with their trainer, Bill Berlone.
Cindy had been a stray that they had caught. She was probably a year old. She had been released as a puppy and had a collar on that she had grown into and had become embedded in her neck. So she was frightened and she was aggressive and she was just wild. But slowly, with the situation we set up in the theater, she began trusting people again. You know, a dog who isn't afraid to go out and you know, do her own thing.
Tear down this junk pile now!
A dog needs to be relaxed and happy to perform in front of a live audience.
Part of our preparation for any theatrical performance is getting her in a good mood. If I'm in the wings and I'm pointing her there and I want her to go that direction and she doesn't want to, I could do that, and this is exactly what she's going to do. So our warm-up consists of just playing around. Which hand? Oh, it's in that one. Oh, you going to guess it? That one? Good girl. Good girl. At 5 minutes before every performance, we'll get together, Catherine and Cindy and I, just to refresh everybody's memory. We'll run through the behaviors of the show. The first thing she'll do is see the dog in the wings and call her. There's one they didn't get. Come here, boy.
There's one they didn't get. Here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here, Sandy. Come here.
Come here. Sandy will walk very slowly on stage. Poor boy. Give her.
They hurt you.
Did they hurt you?
They're after me.
Now, in that one command, she was responding to the come command. When I petted her head to go down, she laid down, and the words, "Did they hurt you?" meant roll over. So she will sing a song to her, and at the end of the song, gently pet her head like that. And that's really a stay command. Because at that point, she leaves the dog and has a conversation with the policeman who's threatening to take this particular dog to the dog pound. And on a certain hand signal, actually the certain cue in the show, Sandy has to prove that he now belongs to Annie, and she will go, "Okay, here boy, here Sandy, here boy, here Sandy."
Here, boy.
Her hands out,
Here, Sandy.
and she'll jump up. Good Sandy, good old Sandy.
Come on, Sandy. Good Sandy. Good old Sandy.
Okay, maybe he is your dog. But the next time you think
The one thing the animals have always taught me, and it's the same in working with children, is learning to relive your life again with the absence of malice, to live your life with a sense of unconditional love.
Tomorrow,
While Cindy Lou wows him on stage, Moose is the dog that rules the scene when it comes to TV. He may do some of the same things your pet does, like take walks and hang around fire hydrants. But this dog is definitely different because he is a star. A very big star. Unlike other dogs, Moose goes to work at Paramount Studios. Once he walks through that gate, he ceases to be Moose. He becomes Eddie, a co-star to Kelsey Grammer in the hit series Frasier. There's a wonderful chemistry between the two of them.
The chemistry between the dog and Kelsey Grammer is just fabulous. It's hysterical. They just are bonding very well for the show together.
Frasier is Moose's first showbiz job, and it's gotten him noticed. People want to take pictures with him. They want to pet him. Folks just want to be close to him. In fact, Moose gets thousands of fan letters.
He gets gifts, from fans. He gets pictures from other dogs. He gets invited everywhere, and very, very busy dog.
And a famous one, too. The publicity has been enormous. His face has graced magazine covers from Entertainment Weekly to Life magazine to TV Guide. His stardom is no accident. Moose is a real hand. And like Arnold Schwarzenegger, this terrier can be tough, too. Moose is clearly a very bright, extremely obedient dog. A good moonwalker as well. We all have our weaknesses, and Moose is no exception. Take him to a pet store, and you better watch your wallet. This dog can spend a fortune. He'll just grab whatever he wants, and he wants plenty. He likes beds, so he tries this one out. Not sure? Well, let's try this one out. Color's nice. He'll take it. Why not? When you earn as much as Moose, money is no object. Old Moose has had to balance the demands of stardom with fatherhood. His daughter, Miko, on the left, was bred to be a double for Dad on the TV show. Come to think of it, there is a certain similarity there. Dad is certainly no slouch. After all, he's almost as famous as Lassie. You don't agree, Moose? Okay, we know. You're even bigger. You're a star. See you on Frasier, Moose. We hope you enjoyed watching our video, and we look forward to discovering more animal stars in the future. Until then, thanks for watching.